The Jeep Wagoneer S is a pretty cool car, with tons of space and luxury. But it is a bit disappointing that Jeep is estimating a 300-mile range from such a huge battery, though. Basically, I like its style, but the Jeep's got a lot to prove when it gets to Europe and the UK if it's really going to make an impact in the electric luxury SUV class. The 2025 Jeep Wagoneer S is an entirely new animal with an electric powertrain. The first electric model from Jeep, the 2025 Wagoneer S represents a new beginning for the brand. A Wagoneer in name only, it's an entirely new vehicle based on Stellantis STLA large platform that is slated to underpin most of the brand's forthcoming EV models. Though the Wagoneer S is considerably smaller than the current gas-powered Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer, it borrows many of those models' trademark design cues inside. A twin-spoke, flat-bottom wheel with red accent stitching utilizes a new antimicrobial vinyl wrap. Heated and cooled seats front and rear with faux leather upholstery are standard, and a blend of materials including decorative metal appliques are used to highlight the cabin. The Wagoneer S also marks the debut of electronic door releases for the Jeep brand. Front legroom measures 41.3 inches, the same as the Grand Cherokee. The second row doesn't fare as well, offering 30 inches to the GC's 31.8 inches. A standard set of screens totaling 45.0 inches of total display space headlines the infotainment system. It's comprised of a 12.3-inch instrument cluster, a 10.3-inch passenger screen with HDMI connectivity, and the center infotainment screen. A 10.0-inch heads-up display is also standard, as are a 10.3-inch deployable lower climate control display and ambient interior illumination with 64 available colors. The Wagoneer S features a host of standard safety and assistance features, including adaptive cruise with stopping, lane keeping assistance, a 360-degree surround camera, and parking assist, to name a few. Other premium equipment includes a panoramic sunroof, luxurious synthetic leather-trimmed and power-operated front seats with heating and cooling. All the usual autonomous driving technologies will steer, accelerate, and brake the Wagoneer S if the driver doesn't want to, via lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control with stop-and-go function, and plenty more besides. The second row bench seats fold somewhat aggressively when you're accessing the third row from the rear doors. Watch your face/head, and we wish the cup holders in back were positioned a little better. The Wagoneer is one of those rare vehicles that can accommodate comfortably full-sized adults in every seating position. There's room for 8 with the second row bench or 7 with the captain's chairs. It's pretty massive inside, too, as you'd expect of a big car like this. Even the tallest of passengers is going to be lounging in comfort in those back seats, although it is a shame that there's no sign of a 7-seat version of the Jeep Wagoneer S, which would make it a proper rival to the Kia EV9. Plus, we can't overlook all that cabin space, which feels even airier with the SUV's awesome panoramic roof. Jeep claims a DC fast charger can charge the big battery pack, which is likely to have nickel manganese cobalt chemistry, from 20 to 80% in just 23 minutes. Maximum charging power has not been confirmed yet, but it's likely to be between 150 to 200 kilowatts, which would be good but not class-leading. The Wagoneer S has a small 3 cubic foot trunk, and there's 30 cubic feet of cargo room behind the second row and 61 cubes with it folded, both smaller than the Grand Cherokee's cargo hold. Jeep claims 866 liters of space in the Wagoneer S boot, although that figure will be up to the roofline rather than the window line that we normally measure in Europe, so it's not actually as big as the figure sounds. Even so, it's a pretty massive boot, and there's underfloor storage that's ideal for cable storage. A sloping roofline, flat underbody, and a unique dual rear roof / liftgate spoiler setup and its comparatively diminutive overall dimensions all help make it slippery. But a curb weight of 2,570 kilograms makes this as a rather chubby SUV. It's smaller in most measurements than the current midsize Grand Cherokee, let alone the full-size Wagoneer. Overall, the Jeep Wagoneer S is a pretty cool car, with tons of space and luxury.